All right, welcome back to LearnWire. Before we get started, I'm going to be doing a Surgegraph video, and specifically, we're going to be going over the Auto Optimizer feature, which I actually haven't seen in any other tools. But before we talk about that, I just want to mention that we are still doing a giveaway this week. All you have to do is like, subscribe, and comment on this video below, and that'll give you an entry into winning. What are we giving away? You get to choose between 3 different pieces of software. Marmoth Tier 2, we've got Copilotly, and voila. So you'll be able to choose between any of those 3 softwares this week. We'll be doing the drawing on this coming Monday. Okay, so let's jump in real quick. So we are right inside of Surgegraph. I'll leave a link below if you want to go and check it out and sign up, I believe, for a free trial. But their pricing is very reasonable and pretty impressive. I guess I will go bring that up real quick. So we'll go Surgegraph, see if we can pull this up. And then I'm just going to go click over here. It's going to take you down to the pricing page right here. And so if you are willing to commit to them, then you can get it for $14.69. I'm sure you have to probably just pay one time for that. But you can certainly go in at 1 month for $43.99, and this is ridiculously insane. You're going to get unlimited words, unlimited documents, and so forth. So if you want to go and check out the pricing and so forth, but let me more importantly just show you what the tool actually does. Actually, and they have a really good 12-month plan at just $24 a month right now. So I think that Surgegraph really understands their customer base and the pricing for what they're coming in brand new to the AI content generation game, right? So this started off as an SEO tool and a keyword research tool and so forth. But it's been fun to work with them in the background and see what they've developed over the last several months to build a tool that can compete with other tools on the market for creating content, AI generated content. And they're coming in at a really nice price point, which I think is impressive. Instead of coming in and, asking straight out of the gate, asking $100 a month or something like that. I think that in general, that's just not going to work for most tools right now. But what this tool, I think that you're going to be really impressed when you see what this tool is. If you didn't get a chance to see my review on this, I actually released that yesterday. So go back and just watch the video from yesterday and then come back and watch this video as well, because I did a full in-depth review of just all the different things, went over the keyword research side of Surgegraph and so forth, right? So they really do have you covered with all the different tools. But we're going to come in here and I'm going to go and just go with an article that I've already created in here. It says I'm still in the writing process, but you can actually have teams in here. You can actually say that you're in the outline stage, writing stage, optimizing, completed, move to trash. So once it's done and published on a site, then you can actually just move it to completed. But right now I'm going to go and we can see that we have some optimization that we can make this content better. So we're at a 60 right now. And this was just for fun that I created this article right here. How much money did Top Gun Maverick make? So we have this. And this is the cool feature that they just built in. So we can come over here and go over to the SEO right over here. Click on the SEO side. We'll come down here and we'll see we're at a 60. So it's adequate. It's probably okay to publish, but it would be nice to get this up into green over here, right? So we're going to come down here and you can see this auto optimize button. So I'm going to go ahead and click that button right here. Analyzing our content 30%, 50%, and so forth. So it's going to analyze the content automatically and use their proprietary algorithm to discover opportunities that they can insert LSI keywords, NLP keywords, and so forth, right? And so then we're going to go, so right now it says that it's formulating the relevant SEO suggestions right here. And then now it's saying your request is now being processed in the queue. Thank you for your patience. If you'd like to skip the queue, you can do so with a custom API key setup one here. So the custom API key, maybe perhaps we can actually utilize our own OpenAI key input. That's really cool. That's also different than what you're going to see in Surfer AI or something like that, right? They're not going to be heads up honest with you that they're basically getting the content from OpenAI and they want to charge a ton, 5 to 10 times more than what you're going to pay for Surgegraph, right? And so, I really just from a pricing standpoint is the only argument I'm really going to make, because I'm not a Surfer customer, and so I can't really speak to the experience, but I did watch some videos on some full demos of it, and it doesn't really, the Surfer AI content that's coming out is definitely not more impressive than what Koala, ZimWriter, or Agility Writer can come up with right now. And right now, this newcomer to the market as far as AI content's concerned is Surgegraph. So I want to continue to dissect this tool and see what it can do for us and so forth. And I'll try to do some case studies so we can get some of this content ranking, and then I'll come back and I'll share those with you as well. So right now it is still formulating right here. We're at 97%. I'll come back in just a second when this is done. Okay, so we're back. That literally took about 2 minutes, so definitely worth waiting. I don't know if I'll put my API key in there or not, but certainly you can just use their API and their full server and bandwidth and so forth, right? Their resources. So as you can see, everything in green right here. So we have optimized. So it actually optimized the title. How much money did Top Gun Maverick make? I think that's already optimized. That's what we had. Add target keyword to the URL. I believe we already had that as well. So those two are already optimized, but we have add contextual terms. We have 22 opportunities right here. And then you have over here, add decorations. I'm not really sure what that means, but we can add more stuff. These look like just NLP type keywords and stuff as well. But here's what we're looking at right over here is that if we go and look at this, this is what it's suggesting that we can actually add this to the content. So if we click on one of these, it's going to show you where, and right here, you can see that it's going to tell us add contextual terms. So it's going to rewrite this paragraph, and it's going to include the keywords that, so like right here, it's wanting to include grossing movie. So you can see right here, grossing movie. It's going to include that. Films are right here. Domestic box office. So right here, domestic box office, and year. And so where's year at? Right here. So it's adding all these NLP keywords right here, and it's going to add those. So we can click on anywhere, and it's going to show you, it's going to take you to that point in the article, and it's going to also propose to you, it's going to keep the context in the paragraph, but it's going to, in many cases, it's going to rewrite an entire sentence, and it's going to add those NLP keywords. So this is actually genius. This is a dream come true, because I've developed different ways to do this with ChatGPT, and it requires us leaving this tool, going into ChatGPT, and having to insert those keywords and ask, prompt it and so forth, and then copy and paste that in here. But what this is intelligently doing, this takes it to not even just the next level. This takes it to like 3 or 4 levels deep, because it's going to analyze the entire content, which it did, and it's going to take all these different keywords right here that we want to try to work in a natural way. And so when we click on these, it's going to go to completely different paragraphs in the content, right? And is going to add a bunch of keywords in the paragraph that makes sense. So it kind of groups these together right here. Grossing films, or grossing movie films, domestic box office year, and it's going to add those in, right? So instead of just writing one giant paragraph or two and then throwing it in your article, which kind of is what I was doing, if you want the quick fix, right? This is going to scan intelligently, and in multiple different paragraphs, you'll be able to do this, right? And so what we can go ahead and accept, and if we accept that, it's going to say that this was optimized right here. And then our score is our topic coverage is going to start going up, and our score is going to start going up as well. So we have Grammarly right here. I can go ahead and fix that as well. We have showing 71 items that can be auto-optimized. Now, you can also click the hide optimized. So if you've hidden, you can hide what you've already optimized. A couple things that I'm noticing right here is that, like on this one, it says that we're going to add weekend to this paragraph right here. The movie had some strong, but then you can see all these other ones down here that say weekend as well. So I think that it's not really sure why we're adding weekend in so many times, where that's the keyword that we're trying to optimize for right here. So that's something that right off the bat, I'm noticing that we're like over optimizing for weekend. For fun, I do want to come up here and just accept all so I can show you what it looks like. And then also I want to see what our score was at 60, right? So I'm going to say accept all. And then it just optimized all of those, right? And then we're going to go up here, and then we can click the hide optimized. And now we're into this decorations area where we have all these. I'm going to say that these are the NLP keywords that we really want to add in here. If I click on one, it's just going to add decorations, special effects. So where's it going to add this at? Special stunts. Okay, so it's wanting to add stunts, daring stunts in Nevada. It's going to add that, and we just accept. So if we come in here and we accept all for fun, we just optimized for like dozens of NLP keywords at the same time. And then we also added in a bunch more earlier. So then now we've just increased our score from a 60 to a 65, which is super, super cool. There's probably a couple more things that we can do. If you come down here, they've got a pretty in-depth SEO feature over here telling you what you should do, like our title length to around 60 characters. It looks like we are currently at 40. Headings, and so anything that's in a red check mark means that you can do some improving. Add the number of internal links to this. So if you already know you're going to add your internal links maybe later on in your process, so let's say that you are doing that in WordPress, then you really don't have to do that right here. You could do that just so you can see if you can get your score up there, but I would say once you probably get this up to about a 65, you're probably, by the time you add in your links right here, add a number of outbound links to 1. So even if you just did those, I'm going to go ahead and do that just for fun. Use frequently linked pages in your outbound linked and used target keywords as your anchor text. So I'm going to go and do that real quick. I'm not going to bore you with doing that. I'll show you what I've done and then I'll come right back. All right, perfect. So we've added some links in here. The score did go up. We didn't completely change this down here. Not really sure why. I don't know how to link it to where it knows it's an internal link to your website. And possibly if we import the URL, that possibly that's how you're going to be able to do that. It's going to know what website you're actually trying to optimize for. But as you can see, we started with a 60, we're at a 67 right there. So really, really easy. You can come up here and just make some of these adjustments right here. You'll be able to see how many images you have, paragraphs, headings, words, all the different things that you'd be expecting and wanting to look for in order to optimize your content. We are at a college graduate level. The stuff that we're talking about here, financial information and so forth, it's going to be hard to not be at that higher level. But if you could make some improvements right here, then that would be great to try to lower that score right here. I don't really know what the decorated text used are, but that's what they call them in here. It is recognizing the 4 outbound links. And so that is probably helping our score over here. It is saying that it's a transactional, it's measuring it. The user is seeking to make a purchase. I definitely don't think so. That part right there is wrong. No one's going to be making a purchase. This is an informational type post. I think it's because of all the context of the post has a bunch of money and so forth that it's talking about. And so that's why the AI is probably labeling it as transactional. You always need to use your common sense when it comes to that. We have 8 more improvements that we might be able to, let's see if we can auto optimize it again. And it's fast again at this. Okay, so we have everything's optimized. So we're looking good there. So in order to continue optimizing this, you would want to come in here. We can go into contextual terms. We could try to add some more terms if we wanted to. 2 sites linked to this right over here. So we could actually use these. I mean, look at all this research that's already done for you. We can come in here and link to these sites right over here. So if we wanted to, we could maybe come over here and just highlight domestically and maybe push the plus button right over here. And then literally we just highlighted this. Let me look right over here and see what that link is. So look at gross domestic right over here. It literally just added that link in. So we can come over here. Your external links are going to be ready to go. So big bucks, wherever we can go. And let's just say Blockbuster Films. Let's say we wanted to click that one and then we wanted to make this link right over here. We could just push the plus button and then now this becomes a link. That is super cool. I just discovered how to do that right in front of you. I used kind of common sense and just logic, and it actually worked. You literally just come in here, find some of these sites you want to link to, highlight the term, and then push the plus button, and you have your external links good to go. So that's really, really cool. And you can actually see how we just moved from a 67% to a 69% just by doing some external links, right? And you know that when you go into your WordPress dashboard, you copy and paste this in, and you add in 3 to 5 or up to 10 internal links, you know that the scores is going to go, off the charts. It's going to go on probably another 10. So you can always look at this and know that it's going to be more based on your internal links. And then let's see what we can come over here and we can add questions right over here if we wanted to. We can come in right over here. Let's just say we want to push up the return right here. And then I want to add this last one. Why did Top Gun Maverick make so much money? We could push the plus button right there. And then what we could do is write with terms, write for me. I'm just going to say write for me. Highlight that and say write. Actually, you know what? I'm not really sure how that part works. I'm going to copy it just for fun and I'll show you why. But we're going to highlight that and I'm going to come back over here. I'm adding a couple more keywords to the end of that. I'm going to highlight this and now we can say write for me. And so now the AI, you can see right over here, is going to write. You do need 10 words when you highlight that in order for it to go out and write for us. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and just highlight this whole thing and push expand real quick. All right, so here's what it looks like. I will say that that takes a little longer than you would expect. It took about 15-20 seconds, and maybe they're kind of being slammed because a lot of people are coming to Surgegraph right now, probably running from Surfer AI pricing. But you can see right here, Top Gun is a highly anticipated sequel to the original. So it's going to add this in. This part's a little fluffy. We don't really need to answer the question again. So you would literally just click this and all this content would be added right here. But I don't think we need this content to make this content better. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. But that just shows you how the adding AI part works. At any point, you could write your own, your own H2 or something like that if you wanted to, and then just have the AI writer write for you. Okay, so we got it to a 69 right here. Pretty cool stuff. Again, we could add some more stuff, some more SEO features if we wanted to. You have the ability to come through here, and we can go to view preferences, and then we could actually look at show terms, show used terms and unused terms. So if we click that part, then we're going to look at all these that are not being used. And then we could actually come over here and say filmmaker, and we could actually highlight this text over here, and we can rewrite with terms right over here, and we can insert right over here. We could insert, I'm just going to say filmmaker because we want to put filmmaker in there, right there. And then I can say boom, and it's going to actually rewrite this paragraph, and it's going to add filmmaker inside of there, right? And so you can actually start rewriting some of the paragraphs and tackling these unused terms over here. And then if we do this process, we'll be able to increase our LSI and NLP keywords, which at the end of the day are going to raise the adequate score or the total SEO score that you're going to get. Okay, we're back. Did have to wait a little bit of time, and I am looking at the paragraph that it was supposed to rewrite for us with the term filmmaker, and that did not work. So, none of these tools are going to be perfect. And in this case, this one, it didn't work. When we asked it to rewrite this particular paragraph, I'm not saying filmmaker, but what you can do as well is you can actually come over here and take all these keywords right here, and you don't even have to worry about the numbers in here. You just copy, Control-C, copy those. Then you can come over to ChatGPT and you can say something like this. See, I pasted these all in right here. Write a paragraph that includes all these keyword terms. The topic is how much Top Gun Maverick made at the box office. Here are the terms. And then I just pasted them in, and then look at what ChatGPT did for us. And you can see right over here, it did add in Bradshaw right here and so forth. So I wrote this paragraph over here, and we're going to go ahead and just copy this paragraph right here, copy, and we can come back in over to Surgegraph, and let's just say we're going to paste this in at the bottom over here. I'm going to right click and paste as plain text. And then we just move this to a 75, right? So, because if we go to contextual terms, it literally used all of those. We can go back over here and we can say, you see unused. We used all the terms right over here. So Surgegraph is continuing to improve their tool, and the auto optimizer feature was really, really awesome. It instantly improved. You could already see the content was at a 60 right out of the gates, which is pretty cool. It's getting you really close, and it's on the high end. But then when we did use the auto optimizer tool, we got another 5 points. We added in a couple external links. I showed you how easy it is in Surgegraph to do that as well. We got the content to a 67 very quickly, and then by just grabbing the rest of the contextual terms and going and using ChatGPT for a few seconds, we got this to a 75. It's well optimized. We are ready to go. I would recommend reading this, and then I also would recommend coming in here and splitting this text up because it's just a giant paragraph, and then you've got your content over here. So we've got to a 75. Super, super cool. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to comment and like if you want to be in the drawing or for the giveaway for Monday for a chance to win a free piece of software. It'll be a content writer of some sort on AppSumo. If you want to check out Surgegraph, there'll be a link below. I've already got people signing up, which is super, super cool, that recognize the true value of this tool. Go watch my review from yesterday. You'll see all the details, all the keyword research functions, and just how this Surgegraph can be a complete solution, SEO solution for you as far as SEO and keyword research and content creation and content optimization. It does everything all in one. Super cool stuff. They're continuing to improve daily the tool and so forth. So make sure to subscribe, because the next video I'm going to I'm going to do some keyword research in front of you. We're going to write the content. We'll look at that. We'll auto optimize it, and then we'll get the content actually published, and I'll publish it. Maybe I'll publish it on the gardening site.